Hey everybody, Tony and Chris back for another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet TigerSox series.
TigerSox series.
Thanks to our man in
Why?
Indiana, Chris. We've got another Hoosier beer for today's TigerSox review.
You're gonna jump right into the Chris Lehman praising like immediately?
Yes, because I mean,
Okay, Chris.
the guy always sends amazing beer, so
Yes.
you know, hats off to him.
Yes.
And that's why we're getting this
Why
beer.
we're here.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be getting 450 North. I mean, this is the beer desert that I said. You're lucky for anything to cross the Mississippi, honestly. So
True. Sad but true. Come to Vegas and go to the Strip and get your, $14 Budweisers, and that's what you can expect. You can't expect beers from Indiana.
not usually. But yes, that is the case. We don't have a.
It's my first time doing this. Sorry.
We don't. Baseball season is not here yet, really. So
Not
it's
yet.
difficult
We're
to
close.
discuss it. Spring training is
Pitchers
coming
and-
around, but
Pitchers and catchers are reporting pretty soon.
that's true. Yeah.
So it feels like it's close.
I don't know that is there any big news in either Sox or Tigers trading that we need to
No.
elaborate on. So that's just it. I thought, if there was something that we wanted to discuss, some great trade or, something like that, but there's really, yeah.
Oh, did you have a good Groundhog's Day?
Hey, let me ask you, did you have a good Groundhog's Day?
Did he see a shadow? I don't know.
Did you have a good Groundhog's
Did you
Day?
have a good Groundhog's Day? Did you get it?
Did you have a good Groundhog's Day?
Apparently, it's my first time doing this. I already said that too. All right. So,
isn't this one of your birthday? One of your
yeah,
Christmas?
this is a Christmas gift.
This is a Christmas gift. Let's have
I'm a
Tony
dog-
show off his.
I'm a Dogfish Head fan. Well, we all are.
Yeah, I mean, anybody with a taste
Oh.
palate is a Dogfish Head. Fan.
And I look fabulous in green.
Indeed.
It brings out my eyes.
It does. Well, you've got a March birthday, so it's kind of
Yeah,
inevitable that you would
yeah.
look
My
good
birthday's
in-
coming up. We'll have to do a review. My birthday's on a Monday, I think. So review
Okay,
the day before.
yeah,
All right.
that'll work.
Beer.
Today's selection.
No, you can't even read this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
boy.
it is so frosty. It's very difficult.
Can
to
you all read that out there? Press yes.
You might be able
One
to,
for yes and
yeah.
2 for no.
It is actually called Blizzard of Haze. It is from 450 North Brewing Company
Kinda
out of
showing up.
Columbus, Indiana. And once again, thanks to our man Chris in Indiana for hooking us up with
Thanks,
it.
Chris.
So far, 2 of my friends, Chris being one of them, have given this a cumulative score of 3.25, which is actually kind of a low score for a 450 North IPA.
Yeah.
Cumulatively,
What's up with
though,
that?
among 350 people total, we've got a ranked score of 4.0. So, well, and I'm thinking maybe this isn't going to be the finest IPA that we had from 450 North, but still, I have yet to have even a mediocre beer from 450 North. I really have. I mean, and if this ends up being the one out of what I think we've done 6,
At least 4.
yeah, at
5.
least I think we've actually done at least 5. So yeah,
We're
so
due for
out
that.
of 5 or 6, if one is mediocre, then that's the case. We do not have a brewed on date, but Tony did find an ABV.
ABV of 6.6.
6.6. Okay.
And 450s in Columbus, Indiana. I think we've probably covered that already. Please enjoy soon after purchase for maximum freshness, but there's no date.
There's no date.
So you have to guess.
But I feel pretty confident that Chris bought this and sent it right away. And am I the only one who sees a White Lion album cover on this? I mean,
the white.
I think actually as we crack the top of this, you're going to hear "When the Children Cry,"
That'd be cool. A beer with a song
Yeah.
inside of it.
like those cans. I mean, those cards from
I
Holiday. Oh, a little bit of
sprayed it there.
yeah.
Your pants are He's gonna take his pants off.
Drinker pants on thinker.
Smells like an IPA.
Boy, it sure does. And are you getting a little bit of sweetness in there too, like almost a
almost right away.
marshmallowy? Okay, maybe not
Let me
marshmallow,
pour it and then
but
I'll see if there's some marshmallows
yeah.
on there or not.
a chance for the air to hit it.
Historic Brewing, Flagstaff, Arizona.
Do-do-do-do.
Pretty
We
cool
can do
place.
a desert brewery tour.
Connor, do you want us to save you a sweet? We have an audience today,
We
actually.
do.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm very proud of my new Vegas Golden Knights class.
Yeah, that's pretty fly.
There we go.
Dun-dun-dun.
Only the best expansion team in professional sports history.
I'm saying,
And I'm not actually biased. That's actually a
honestly,
fact.
that's you can't help but be biased. I mean, honestly,
We're
if
proud.
you didn't give a shit about hockey, you couldn't help but be proud of what's going on with this team, honestly.
Yeah, they've really, for all you people out there that don't really follow hockey, what they've brought to the city so far is pretty magical. I mean, we've got like serious Golden Knights fever going on here. Everywhere you go, bumper stickers, window decals, jerseys, hats, shirts. And their last win gave them the record for the most wins by an expansion team. And there's still like 30 games left to play.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Okay, I'm smelling a lot of hops.
it
The
is a sweet
lacing
smell
is,
for
yeah,
sure.
there's like it's an offset by like a meringue or a marshmallow or some kind of sugary sweetness. But yeah, we do have some serious lacing on this, actually.
Yes, we do. Spongy.
It is. It's very spongy, and this is a hazy IPA. The can itself does not describe itself as a New England IPA
It
or
looks like one
what
for
kind of,
sure, yeah.
but it could just be an American IPA that ended up being extra hazy. I'm going to describe the carbonation as probably medium low. There is some there, but it's dissipating. It's certainly not as maintaining the carbonation that it had when Tony first poured it. Um,
Yeah. Are you getting a little bit of
Getting a little
honey?
bit, yeah, a little citrusy, kind of a little honey maybe.
I'm getting
But
like
yeah,
a tiny bit of honey
there's something
on
sweet
the
on top of
nose.
the hops, even more than the bitterness of the hops.
It's definitely candy-like sweetness to it.
It's a golden color too. It's one of those times, thankfully, that the color is actually showing up in the camera, pretty
Yeah.
close to the actual color
We have a
of the beer itself.
75-degree sunny day here in Vegas,
Yep.
and almost a car accident just
And
occurred over there.
that's how February is in Vegas. So,
It's car accident
car
month.
accidents and nice weather. So,
Yeah.
cheers.
75 degrees. Give me a break. Mm.
I would say this is a subdued IPA. Meaning that there's still the bitterness there, but I feel like perhaps something else was added to it, whatever the sweet factor is that we
Yeah.
can't quite nail down,
It,
in order to bring the bitterness down. I actually wonder how many IBUs this has.
that's a good question. It's not on the
I'll see if
can.
maybe I can find it on Untapped.
It's not like as biting as an IPA from other
Exactly. Oh yeah,
450s.
this is probably one of the
It's,
lowest mouthfeels from an IPA
yeah,
I've had from
exactly.
them.
It
35
tastes,
IBU. There you go. I
oh,
mean
that's
that
very low for an
for an
IPA.
IPA, that's very, very low.
Yeah. This reminds me of like is there such a thing as a session New England style? Because
Maybe.
that's what this kind of seems to me is like a
Mhm.
marriage of the two, really. It seems like a New England because of its haziness, and then it seems like a session just because it's kind of tame.
However, at the same time, like now, I'm getting a alcohol burn on the back of the throat that frankly a little surprised to be getting for just a 6.6 ABV.
Yeah.
This is a little more alcohol than I was expecting, a little more heat on the back of my throat.
Definitely
Um,
got more of an orange as it's settling in. I'm getting a lot more of like a mandarin orange
mhm.
coming up. Maybe a tangerine possibly, but not real like over the top, citrusy. It's definitely not that. It's just like a real almost like an underdeveloped orange, like not quite right for the picking, but you eat it anyway.
Mhm.
That's what it kind of reminds me of. It's just like a really tame citrus. I don't
Yeah. I gotta say, probably out of all the beers that weve had from 450 North, I almost hate to say self-fulfilling prophecy,
know.
but
You called it.
it it's probably my least favorite, but at the same time, it's still a good beer. I'm still going to recommend it.
True.
If that was the beer, if there was a bunch of crap on the wall and somebody said, "Hey, how about this Blizzard of Haze
Oh,
from
absolutely.
450 North?" I'd say, "Well, yeah, get that by all means."
I'd be
Um,
sitting by the pool putting these away rather than grabbing the
that's just it. I think, yeah,
Heinekens
at
and Coronas.
6.6, it's not too crazy. It's not a full-fledged
Oh,
session,
pardon me.
but
What? Oh,
Conan's going to try
our
it.
audience actually, we treat our audience well. We
Exactly.
actually give them beer. Yeah. Yeah, we don't do like Oprah where you get a car. We're not Ellen handing
What
out
would
big
you give it
checks
on
or anything.
Untapped, and what are you noting, Conan?
Colin and I went to Tenaya Creek last night for a little while, and it seems like you're more of a stouty, dark, overall, like darker beers, it seems like. Yeah, as far as an IPA goes, I mean, they didn't call it a New England style, but it definitely seems like one. Um,
Or it's just maybe just a
I'm
hazy
kind of like you. I mean, I'm such a big fan of the brewery itself and I'm like such a fan of IPAs that I can't really sit here and like the last three reviews we've done where the beer was just flat out unenjoyable. This is an enjoyable beer. It's just not performing up to the standards I have for 450.
It's not the IPA lovers IPA that
Right.
I come to expect from 450 North.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone is an IPA lovers IPA. This is
Yeah.
more of an IPA beginners IPA. If you're trying to get into IPAs, actually, that's what I'm going to recommend this to. If you are trying to get into IPAs, maybe it's a variety that you're trying to work your way into. Like right now, I'm trying to work my way into Saisons and Belgians. That's you're going to see some of those
Really?
and the individual coming up.
You're
A
not
lot of,
Chris. What have you done with Chris?
A lot of brown ales. As I did say, I plan on doing a lot of brown ales. It occurred to me that as of yet, I still haven't had Big Dog's Red Hydrant brown ale. So there's going to be more brown ales. But this in specific, I'd say if you're just trying to develop a taste for IPAs, this would be a great one to start.
Yeah,
It's bitter
see
and
that.
sweet, and it still has a little alcohol burn. And I'd say, or if you're trying to bring your friend into the craft beer fold and you think IPAs are the way to do it, grab the Blizzard of Haze, especially if you're in the Midwest and can grab this pretty easily.
Yeah, I could see somebody who, like, if you have a friend that likes Hefeweizens, because they tend to have more of that weedy, fruity.
Yeah, actually, our friend Lance, who's a Hefeweizen fan, I might give him this and
Yeah,
ask him what he
exactly.
thinks of it.
I could see someone like, okay, I'll try your IPA, quit twisting my arm.
Yeah.
But, knowing that they're a Hefeweizen fan, this would probably be a good bridge to kind of make that gap go away a little bit. So overall, I would score it probably, I can't go 4. That's too high.
No.
3.5.
Yeah,
probably
3.5.
go
Even
3.5.
giving it the extra 0.25 for being in a can, I'm still going to go with 3.5 actually.
Which seems to be my go-to score. I seem like I'm always giving shit 3.5.
Well,
We have 2 pigeons mating right off camera here. We're having all sorts of fun off camera today. We've got an
car
audience.
accidents and
Car-
audience members drinking
Car
beer
accidents
and
over here,
eating
pigeons getting on in the middle of the road. Actually, I opened my driveway this morning and I had 2 chickens at the very end of my driveway. 2 chickens. Yeah. Oh, look out. Oh, the mating is over. So we brought you blood and guts and action and excitement. Maybe next week we'll do explosions
Yeah,
or something.
it's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
It's never a dull moment. So in a minute we'll probably have a white tiger running through.
Actually, last week we were sitting here doing a review, and the neighbor's German Shepherd
That's true.
got
Yes,
out,
it did. Yeah.
and it just turned the corner and just stared at us. And it's a good-sized German Shepherd.
Yeah.
So we're both kind of like,
Okay.
are we about to get mauled?
Yeah, exactly.
This is a wonderful beer. It's delicious.
So once again, we want to thank Chris,
Yes, Chris, thank you.
for the beer. We appreciate it. We did like it. It's not our favorite, but still, we both liked the beer, and always are very happy when you send a beer. And please send more 450 North as more comes your way.
450 North
And
Brewing, please.
there's a nice box coming your way. I promise you. I'm hoping by the end of this month, it's going to be a really nice box full of really great stuff because you deserve a good box, Chris. So
we're going to be going to Lovelady Brewing. Maybe we can see if they have a can or 2 that you don't recall sending him.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find a can or 2 for during that little visit. So anyway,
all right.
there you have it.
Until next
I think
time.
we're done. We're going to go hit the showers, and
Drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it.
bye, audience.
And cheers.
Cheers. Later.